Have you ever found yourself endlessly scrolling through your phone, jumping from one video to another, one article to the next? Or maybe you've booked a spontaneous trip just to escape the monotony of your daily routine. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Our brains are hardwired to crave new experiences. But why? What is it about novelty that feels so good, and why does boredom feel so, well, boring? Today we are diving deep into the neuroscience of boredom and novelty to understand why your brain is addicted to new experiences. Let's start with a little trip back in time. For our early ancestors, the world was a dangerous and unpredictable place. Survival depended on being alert to changes in the environment. A new sound could mean a predator was nearby. A new plant could be a source of food or poison. This constant need to explore and learn was crucial for staying alive. The brains that were best at seeking out and processing new information were the ones that survived and passed on their genes. So this craving for novelty isn't a modern flaw. It's an ancient survival mechanism that's still very much a part of us today. At the heart of this craving is a powerful neurotransmitter you've probably heard of, dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical, but that's a bit of an oversimplification. It's more accurately described as the motivation chemical. It's the driving force that pushes us to seek rewards. When you encounter something new and exciting, your brain releases a hit of dopamine. This creates a pleasurable sensation, and more importantly, it motivates you to seek out more of that novelty. Think of it like your brain's internal reward system saying, "Hey, that was interesting, let's do that again." This dopamine response is centered in a part of the brain called the mesolimbic pathway, also known as the reward pathway. This network connects several brain regions, including the ventral tegmental area, or VTA, and the nucleus accumbens. When the VTA detects something new and potentially rewarding, it sends dopamine signals to the nucleus accumbens, which then creates that feeling of pleasure and motivation. This is the same pathway that's activated by things like delicious food, winning a game, or even falling in love. And it's the very same system that gets hijacked by addictive substances, which is why we can say our brains are, in a sense, addicted to new experiences. So what happens when we don't get our fix of novelty? We get bored. Boredom isn't just a feeling of having nothing to do. It's an actual psychological state, an emotional signal from your brain that you're not engaged in a meaningful or stimulating activity. When you're bored, your brain is essentially understimulated. There's not enough new information coming in to keep your dopamine system happy. Studies using fMRI scans have shown that when people report feeling bored, there's decreased activity in the parts of the brain associated with attention and arousal. Your brain is literally telling you to get up and find something new to do. This can be a good thing. Boredom can be a powerful catalyst for creativity and exploration. When you're bored, your mind starts to wander. This default mode network activity, as neuroscientists call it, is when your brain makes new connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. It's in these moments of quiet boredom that you might have your next big idea or solve a problem you've been stuck on. So, in a way, boredom is the brain's way of pushing you towards your next dose of novelty and personal growth. It forces you to seek out new information, learn new skills, or connect with new people. However, in our modern world, we have an endless supply of novelty right at our fingertips. Social media feeds, streaming services, and constant news updates provide a non-stop stream of new content. This creates what's known as a novelty loop. Every time you refresh your feed, you get a tiny hit of dopamine from seeing something new. This makes you want to refresh again and again and again. The problem is that this type of novelty is often superficial. It's like eating junk food instead of a nutritious meal. It provides a quick, easy hit but doesn't offer the deep, lasting satisfaction that comes from more meaningful new experiences. This constant bombardment of low-quality novelty can actually desensitize our dopamine receptors over time. It takes more and more stimulation to get the same feeling of satisfaction. This can lead to a state of chronic dissatisfaction, restlessness, and even an inability to focus on tasks that don't provide instant gratification. We become novelty junkies, always searching for the next quick fix, but never feeling truly fulfilled. We lose our ability to tolerate boredom, and in turn miss out on the creative benefits that can come from it. So how can we break this cycle and have a healthier relationship with novelty? The key is to be intentional about the new experiences we seek. Instead of passively consuming an endless stream of digital content, we need to actively engage in experiences that challenge us and promote learning. This is about choosing high-quality novelty over low-quality novelty. For example, instead of scrolling through social media for an hour, you could spend that hour learning a new instrument, trying a new recipe, reading a chapter of a challenging book, or exploring a new neighborhood in your city. These types of activities provide a much more substantial and sustained release of dopamine. Why? Because they involve learning and skill acquisition. When you learn something new, you're not just getting a fleeting hit of dopamine from a new image or headline. You're actually building new neural pathways in your brain. This process of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself, is incredibly rewarding. Each small step of progress, whether it's mastering a new chord on the guitar or finally understanding a complex concept, triggers a dopamine release. This creates a positive feedback loop where learning itself becomes the reward. Another powerful way to find high-quality novelty is through social connection. Meeting new people and having deep, engaging conversations exposes you to new perspectives and ideas. Our brains are social organs, and interacting with others is one of the most complex and stimulating activities we can engage in. It challenges us to listen, empathize, and respond in real time, all of which keeps our brains active and engaged. It's also important to relearn how to be bored. This might sound counterintuitive, but allowing yourself moments of unstructured time without reaching for your phone can be incredibly beneficial. Let your mind wander. Go for a walk without listening to music or a podcast. Just observe the world around you. At first, it might feel uncomfortable, but over time, you'll find that these moments of quiet reflection can be a source of calm, clarity, and creativity. It gives your brain the space it needs to process information, consolidate memories, and make those novel connections we talked about earlier. So, the next time you feel that pull to mindlessly scroll, or you feel the ache of boredom setting in, remember what's happening inside your brain. It's not a character flaw. It's a deep-seated biological drive. Your brain is simply doing what it evolved to do, seeking out new information to learn and grow. The challenge for us in the modern world is to channel that drive in a healthy and fulfilling way. Choose active learning over passive consumption. Choose deep connection over superficial interaction. And don't be afraid to embrace a little bit of boredom now and then. Your brain will thank you for it. By understanding the neuroscience behind our craving for novelty, we can take control of our attention and our happiness. We can stop being puppets to our dopamine system and start using it to our advantage, to build richer, more meaningful lives filled with genuine discovery and growth. Thanks so much for watching. What's a new experience you've had recently that you found really rewarding? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how your brain works, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.